Good afternoon. It is about 12:30. I've already started the prep work, so we're gonna make a vegan stir fry, well, fried rice with cauliflower. So no, this is not rice. I took about a fourth of a cauliflower and I put it in the blender and it becomes like a rice. And I don't like soy sauce, I don't like the high salt, so instead I use liquid aminos. We have about a cup of chopped up zucchini, a cup of Brussels sprouts, a cup of portobello mushrooms, and then we have about a tablespoon of garlic, a teaspoon of ginger, and I have a small piece of, I forget what that little onion's called, red onion, shallots. There we go. I use all organic all the time. I don't want chemicals in my food, so let's go ahead and let's get started. You can use any kind of oil that you want. I personally like olive oil. That's just my thing, I guess, because I'm Italian. That's just what I use. But you can use coconut oil, you can use avocado oil, whatever you like. You always want to heat the pan up first. That's normally what I do. So that's why I started it before I even poured the oil in. I say about 2 tablespoons, give or take. Alright, so that's really going to give it most of its flavor. I tried, like, again, not to use too much processed food. It's always good to make everything from scratch, and really this took like no time, which is why I'm posting it online for you guys. Alright, so while that starts, we'll come over here. I was feeling fancy today, so I'm going to use a tri-bean blend. You can get this from any of your local stores. I noticed that more and more stores are starting to use organic ingredients, so it's a lot easier to find. The only place I can think of that doesn't really have organic anything, and it drives me crazy, is Food Lion. Which sucks because they're like so close to every residential area. So like mine is like, I don't know, 3 minutes down the road, but they don't have it in the frozen section, in the fresh section. Like, no, I don't know what's the problem, but they need to fix that. So I go to the local Kroger. Kroger is my go-to spot, but you guys can go wherever. Matter of fact, even Walmart's starting to have organic items now. Alright, so as it starts to warm up, you'll notice the oil start to thin out. It's pretty thick when it's cold, but as it starts to get warmer, it will thin out. And since I'm too hungry, I'm going to rush it. Which works for me because I like my vegetables al dente, which means they still have a little bit of a crisp to them. Where's my spatula? So I can get this last one out. Alright, the good thing is this will start to cook on up. Then all I have to do is throw in the cauliflower rice and then the beans. I always like to add them last, because I already canned, so they're soft. You don't want them to get mushy. And you always want to rinse them off because, especially like black beans, it'll turn your cauliflower, a color, to be like a purplish black color. And I mean, obviously you want every ingredient to stand out on its own. Therefore, I add those last. And then, of course, I use my liquid aminos, which is like a soy sauce. Sometimes I might throw in like a little bit of nutritional yeast, which for us vegans, it gives us like, extra B vitamins that we may be lacking in some of our diets, which is really good for energy. I mean, I already have a lot, but for the ones that don't. And you can hear it starting to sizzle. And I know some of you guys are friends with me like on Facebook or Instagram. So, if you ever see something on there that you guys like and you want to know how to make it, I'm happy to create a video for you guys. Just tell me what you want, what you're looking for. in my comment section. And I will also put all the ingredients with the measurements in the description below as well. Let's see, looking at this cauliflower, even though it's 1/4 of a huge organic cauliflower, I want to say it's about 3.5 cups worth. And it really looks like it snowed all over my vegetables. While that starts to cook. Just want to say, the best part about fried rice or stir fries is that you can put any vegetable you like. So I do meal prep, obviously, most of you guys know that. So what I like about this fried rice or stir fries is that you can use your scrap vegetables, like whatever you have left. You know, I like to throw a lot of stuff in salads, but some stuff it just tastes good cooked. But you always want to cook it al dente. That's my suggestion, because you don't want to cook out all the vitamins that come in these foods. But yeah, so like most people don't like mushrooms, that's fine. Don't use mushrooms. You can use asparagus, you can use green beans, you know, whatever you happen to have, that's fine. It's getting a nice pretty brown color that you would see in your traditional fried rice. And I'm probably not going to use the whole can, probably about half the can, I want to say. I don't like the beans to take over. And this combination right here is pinto beans, which I know it's hard to tell because the color from the black beans kind of dyed it, but it's pinto beans, black beans, and kidney beans. But you, again, can use whatever you like. See what I mean? It takes like no minutes. How long has this been recording? 8 minutes? Yeah. And I'll probably let it cook for like another moment tops. And boom, get yourself a nice easy lunch. And you see it's made plenty, which is good. Like if you're sharing, in my case, I don't like to share, so I will be eating off this probably could eat off this if I divide it about 3 times. I do eat pretty good sized portions. This is really good for before or after the gym. For people who are trying to cut down carbs. This is just all 100% vegetables. There is no rice, there's no quinoa, there's no anything, even though quinoa is great. Alright, and there you guys have it. If you have any questions, let me know, and have a great Monday.